Hi, this is Moritz, CPO of ComplyDo. ComplyDo helps you to deal with any kinds of compliance requirements in minutes, from standards to regulations to any kinds of third-party requirements. Let's say there's a new cyber regulation coming out, such as this essential cybersecurity controls from the Saudi Arabian government. Now you need to quickly understand what it demands and what you already fulfill and which gaps there are to stay fully operative in this market. With ComplyDo, you can simply upload any kinds of document, such as this ECC, just drag it in here, select it as a regulation, and hit the upload button. This then takes a couple of minutes. On the internal side, you can either connect your existing systems, such as your SharePoint, your Google Drive, to automatically fetch any kinds of relevant compliance documents, or you can upload them manually. For example, your policies, your internal controls, or your evidences. Perfect. So once the document has been fully uploaded, we can jump in the analysis, start a new analysis, and select the newly uploaded ECC as the to-be document, something that needs to be fulfilled. On the other side, we can then put something that we already do. So for example, our internal policies, let's select this ISMS policy, and let's say our internal controls. With this, we can then start a new analysis. Just hit this button. Perfect. This then takes a couple of more minutes again. Awesome. So once the analysis is finished, here we can see again, okay, the ECC against our internal controls and against our ISMS policy, we can right away jump into the results of the analysis. And here we can see, okay, we got a coverage of 85%, so not too bad. We also see, okay, the document has been extracted in its original form with the original articles. We see, okay, Article 5 has the lowest coverage of only 82%. Now we can check it out, okay. Here particularly in 5135, we haven't covered it. We can now see the specific requirement that got extracted from the document. Now click in it, and also just for verification, see where it actually comes from. This loads a bit and then see, okay, 5135 got perfectly extracted. Now, if this article would have had a mapping, for example, this one has a mapping, we can see here, okay, two mappings against internal controls with a moderate coverage. Here we can see the reasoning just for transparency purposes again. And this already gives us a good overview of what we cover from the document and what we don't cover. For an even better overview and especially a better understanding of our gaps, we can also see this clustered by the requirements and see, okay, particularly in the secure software development, we have quite some gaps, especially in source code repository. And again, see here the requirements that have the gaps. So all in all, ComplyDo helped us now in a couple of minutes to upload a new document, a new requirement document, understand it, extract all the requirements, map it against our internal compliance, against our internal controls, and against our internal policies, and identify right away all the gaps we have, and now to prioritize how to close those gaps in the next steps.